Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's your wake up call. Only my wake up alarm sounds like get up, get up, get up, get off this morning. I just about went back to sleep. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Vibsville. This is Mary at the.meri.atelier. And this is Wednesday, October the 16th. We're in the downhill side of October already. Good morning, YouTube. All right. What do I have on my desk today? Lots of things. Lots of things. I've been working on Inktober. See, I said I guess you haven't seen this one yet. You haven't seen this one yet, but I did this ballerina yesterday for the 15th. I did this one for the 14th and this one for the 15th. Let me tell you, ballerinas are not the easiest sketch. I had to practice her. So when I first started out sketching, they weren't that great. Well, now that I look at them, they're not half bad. Oh, dear. But I thought I had to practice, so I did. So I have this to put in my art journal. I did my mailing yesterday. I had all my mailing to go out ready to go Monday, but it was Columbus Day. So I mailed all the ATCs and postcards and tags and everything that I had given in my giveaway. They've been mailed out. Thank you, Vanessa. Good morning, Vanessa. Hi, Ray. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, ladies. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Good morning, Nancy. So I think these dance ladies have got me back in the mode, given me back my Inktober mojo. So I'll be working on day 17. Well, hopefully sometime today. I may miss her today because today's run errand day. Yesterday was taken up. My brother had to go to the doctor. He just had a doctor appointment. Serious. So that took up most of yesterday. That's one reason why I didn't go live yesterday morning. The other reason was I slept through the alarm. So what are you going to do, Mary? Well, I've been saving these tea bags all summer. So and they are thoroughly dried out. But I'm going to empty tea bags, and maybe I'll do a piece of tea bag art here. Let me get it off of the plate here so I can. These are iced tea bags. I think it's this one that's spilling out. We'll just let that kind of fall out. And of course, I got the plate here. Do I want to save the plate? I could make some teas out of that. Hey, it's just tea. It's just tea. We'll leave that on there, I guess. Yep. It takes about 3 of these bags to make a nice gallon of tea, cold brewed. So this is my summer tea. I drink it in the winter too. I drink a lot of iced tea. The tea bags that I have now aren't quite as big. Ooh, this one's going to tear too, is it? So I'm going to do a little catch up on things this morning. On things that I've been saving off and I don't know. Some of these are kind of pretty how it wrinkled on there. This one looks like an angel. I guess that's it. I had a bottom plate here. We'll see about cutting those into ATCs. Let's go ahead and cut these open. Oh, thank you, Ray. The plates? Okay. I was thinking about it. I need to turn on one more light here. Hold the phone. There. Doesn't make much difference on my desk, but it does in the room, I think. And where's my other scissors? Now, I've been cutting, I think I cut the tops off so that I can have a nice flat piece, but I'll save the string on some of these. I don't know if I want the tippy top of it. So this morning is all about doing extra stuff. Upcycle, recycle. That's what I should put in my title. Upcycle. Yeah, these have dried out. Some of these are early summer, late summer, I guess you could say. Early and late summer. When I make a tea and I put it in the refrigerator, it's a gallon. It'll last me about 3 or 4 days. And then I make another one. Well, let's do this one since. And I don't really unwrap these when I throw them in. I just throw them in. I should probably unwrap them. The ones I have now don't have strings on them. The ones currently out in my kitchen. You ladies are up early. I can't get this going here. These are Lipton iced tea bags. Some of these are kind of ripped. Oh, not too bad though. That one doesn't have a. This is ripped. Got a hole in it. Where's the seam? Isn't this fun to watch? Yeah, these have pretty much dried thoroughly. But there we go. There's no wet ones in here. I got a stack of them. I've got a stack of them. Okay, well. Let's just cut off the strings since they're insisting on holding on to each other here. I stack them up, or I lay them flat on those paper plates, between two paper plates, and let them dry. But when I do that, it tangles up all these strings. Okay, that's enough for now. Hi, Samantha. Good morning. Hi, Ray. Did I say good morning to you? I think I did. Ah. Isn't this exciting to watch? Mary opening old tea bags. And we've been having colder weather, and I went out yesterday to look at all my flowers, and they pretty much have all dried on the bush. So I got to get out there and start saving some seed before the snow falls. I probably won't do it today because today's errand day, run errands. Ew. Get all the tea off of there. Come on. Oops. It's got a hole in it. I can use one side of it at least. Not too bad. All righty. So, hi, Britt, Bethany. Good morning. Hi, Kathy. Kathy's World and Friends. I've seen your channel. Good morning, Kathy. Welcome, welcome. I think is this the first time you've been in here? There's a mosquito flying around here. He's not going to give up summer yet. Yeah. We were driving home yesterday, and there was this old fly in the front of my brother's van. And he'd fly right in your face. My brother was trying to drive, and he says, that fly gets right in my face. And I got out a junk mail to swat him with, and he flew away. And then he came back, and finally my brother killed him with his bare hands. I said, watch your driving. You don't want to swerve into another lane just because of a fly. He's just trying to distract you, so it caused an accident. It's like that deer in the headlights thing or whatever. The squirrel runs out in the road. It's an insurance commercial. Squirrel runs out in the road and causes the accident and then runs away and laughs about it. Now, we killed him. My brother killed him. He couldn't stand that fly. It'd fly right in your face. And I got out an envelope and he flew away. And then when I put the envelope down, he came back. This one's still kind of... I'll have to get my brush out and brush them off. Yeah, I'll have some tea bags for tea bag art. Ew. This one's pretty stiff. Let's see what it's going here. You don't have Geico. So he better run. Yeah. You better run. That was a Geico commercial. Hi, Ann. Good morning. Bye, Bethany. Have a great day. You come many mornings? You're not Kathy Wainscott, are you? Are you a different Kathy? I think you're a different Kathy. I get you all mixed up. You come many mornings and I just don't see you. Well, I noticed you this morning. I'm reading chat here. Oops. Oh, that is Kathy? Kathy, good morning. So you're Kathy's World. Is that you, Kathy Wainscott? You have a different channel for streaming? Because that's where I see you. You're streaming. Oh, I'm going to have to pop in then, now that I understand. I apologize that I don't get to a lot of the streams. Sometimes, life takes over, like yesterday. We were gone all day yesterday. We'll come home and then my brother wanted to do the grocery shopping to boot before we got home because he just didn't want to go again. And, we got home in late afternoon and I was tired. Oh, it's not. It's Christy. It's not Kathy. It's Christy. Oh, Christy. Christy. Oh, now I'm all mixed up. You usually don't chat a lot when you're watching. What the crafter is doing is likely why you're not sure when I'm here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's Christy Wainscott, you're saying. You're saying that I mispronounced Christy's name. But the channel Kathy's World is not Christy. All right. I don't know why I associated you with Christy. Because, well, for one thing, I think what happened is when I found your channel, Kathy's World, when I found your channel was about the time Christy said that she was going to test out some live streaming. And I think I kind of got you two mixed up. Obviously, Mary, obviously. Well, good morning, Kathy, and you're welcome in here. Yeah. Thank you for starting to chat. What's this? Part of this thing. These are nice big tea bags. Isn't this fun to watch? So we bought Halloween candy yesterday. Actually, what we bought was pretty decent. It wasn't chocolate. My brother doesn't like to spend a lot of money on that stuff. So I told him I'd buy some more today. So I'm going to buy those kids some real chocolate. Well, it won't be real chocolate, but it'll be chocolate. No, we bought some little candy corn packages. They come in the little packages, Halloween candy packages. Some of that candy, they bag it up for Halloween. And one of them was $25, a big bag of it. I'm going, $25 for Halloween candy? Are you crazy? We might have to start making cookies. Well, we probably won't, but $25 for a great big bag of ham. I guess I suppose that's if you live in a larger city and they go trick or treat. They in the larger cities, well, it's always true, but in the suburbs, they usually kind of know each other or trust each other, and they'll go trick or treating by block, kind of have a big block party thing. And that would be what I would think you'd buy that big bag of candy. Or in the suburbs of the larger cities. I'm not talking about areas. And I'm not talking about Los Angeles or New York or any place like that. I'm talking about Lincoln and Omaha. Oh dear. And trick-or-treating isn't what it used to be in smaller towns. Come on, T. I'll have to give these a brushing with my paintbrush after I get all of. I have a whole summer worth of tea bags to do here. I hate to tell you guys that. I have a summer's worth of tea bags to cut. Snip, snip, snip. Yeah. When I've set them out to dry, all these strings get caught in each other. Yeah, that one's folded in the. Yeah, I need to get out and save flower seed sometime this week. Zinnia and hollyhock and black-eyed Susan is what I have a lot of. You always say hello, but if you get absorbed in what you're doing, you don't chat. Yeah, I get. It's not easy to chat and concentrate on your art. Some gals are really good at it, though. I'm just opening tea bags here. You'd think I'd be able to chat a little bit more. You get dizzy spells, Vanessa, when you wake up? Oh dear. You're going to have to wake up slowly, I guess. I suppose, if you're reclining and when you get up, the difference in movement of your body position and everything probably throws your body off a little there. If it's not one thing, it's another. This tea bag's kind of ripped, but what is it, 2 of them? No, this one, I don't know if this one's worth saving. We'll see what I can get out of it, but it's pretty well done for. I could probably use this as collage. This one I didn't flatten out too much when oh, it's 2 of them. Oh, I think there's a smaller, different brand of tea bag here. Ew. Looks like almost like a wasp nest. I'm not sure this one's worth saving. Oh, what's going on? This is a different brand of tea. Sometimes when I run low on a box, I'll reach into my smaller, like my smaller tea bags. When you do a cup of tea. I think that. And it's kind of chopped up here. I might be able to use it for collage. Phew. The things we do. The things we do. Well, I guess that's not too bad. I could use it on a smaller. I thought I'd try one of those, collaging it down, one of those black and white pictures this morning. See if I could get. I think this one is. I'm not sure what this one is. It looks like it's a larger one that's been split open. Yeah, when you stack them up like that, you should either stack them even or what's going on here. I might be able to use both of these for collage. Stack them up even or flatten them out so that they're not all bundled up, because once they dry like that, they're kind of, yeah. This one is pretty torn up. I could still collage with it. So today's my run errand day. So I'll be going to Hobby Lobby. Do my thrift haul. Go to the Goodwill. I'm not really after anything. Well, I am after a couple things. I want to get some rubber cement. And because I want to do more of that rubber cement resist. And what else did I need? Just art stuff like that. Anything that's on sale. I like to go to their clearance aisle and see what's on clearance. Usually they have some little bead or charm or something hanging up on the wall. It's not always what I like. What's this? That's really stuck there. I think that's just stained, pretty much stained in there. Yeah. I still got tea bags to go and miles to go before I sleep and tea bags to go before I'm done here. Mary, just thought of something. Those tea bags are good. Yeah, the tea is good for plants. Maybe I still have to put my hydrangea that Becky gave me to bed for the winter. Maybe I'll tuck some tea around it. I'm kind of waiting for the leaves to turn and fall because I want to mulch around it. And our leaves are just starting to turn. Just getting a little bit of a tinge color on them. It's been a late fall here. I mean, I look outside and most of the leaves are still green. Banana peels are good for roses as well. My brother likes to eat bananas. I should throw some of his peels out there underneath of our gate. Trying to get him to get out there, and he trimmed a little of our rose bush back, but it needs to be pruned way back. He says, but it's got thorns. I said, well, most roses too wear long sleeves. And oh, I cut the other end of it. Oh, I see what I did. Yeah, this tea kind of dries in clumps in the larger bags here. Let it dry in a clump. It's like opening up a wasp nest. But I like the tea bags. I like the tea bags. Oh, you guys are way ahead of me. Good morning, Pamelia. Good morning, good morning. You are watching on Alexa. Next Generation. Can see clearly, but it's a pain to comment. So I'm watching without comments. Okay, that's fine. Good morning. All I'm doing right now is opening old tea bags. I thought I would entertain you guys with tea bag art this morning. Oh dear. Yeah, I could spend a good day out in the yard. Once those leaves start falling, we'll have some raking to do. But if we get another warm day before Thanksgiving. It was cool out there yesterday and the wind was blowing. My brother had checkups and doctor appointments at the VA yesterday, and we have to drive up there, and he doesn't really cherish the drive, but he said, "Are you hungry, Mary?" afterwards, and I'm going, "Well, yeah, kind of." And he had his mind set on a chicken dinner, so we went out. It's not very often my brother goes out to eat. There's a restaurant up there that he likes their chicken, so I had pizza. I don't care for restaurant chicken. I don't eat much chicken. I probably should. Chicken's good for you. And then we went grocery shopping. So I was pretty worn out by the time we got home. I had to laugh. He had his chicken dinner. I figured he probably deserved it after a day of doctoring. He got mashed potatoes and gravy with it. And I asked him if he liked mashed potatoes because we don't have them here. And he said he did. And I said, well, we'll have to make some. And he said, oh, it's too hard. Just boil them. I used to make mashed potatoes all the time when I was growing up when all the kids were home, And it's not hard to make mashed potatoes if he'll eat them. And so we'll see how that goes. So we usually boil the potatoes. That's my job when he makes a roast. He'll put the roast in the crock pot and cook all day, and then around 4:30, 5 o'clock, I get to make the potatoes and gravy. That's my job. He doesn't like to make the gravy either. He says it turns out lumpy. And I said, well, that's because you put hot water in your flour. You're supposed to make you a cold water base first. You make it. So I do. He likes to cook. Yeah. I'd just as soon have him cook than even if I wouldn't say he likes to cook, but I wouldn't say that he does a lot of extra experimenting with his cooking, and he doesn't like a lot of spicy stuff. Be careful with the banana peels and covering flowers. Might attract mice. Oh, okay. Guess you know what I know what I'm doing, huh? Not so. I don't put too much stuff out in the yard. Tea bags, I think tea would be okay. But I was reading about wintering hydrangea plants, and they said don't winter them. Don't be too quick to winter them because it will attract bugs and varmints looking for a warm place to hibernate. Not hibernate, but stay warm. So banana peels make sense to me. We've got a couple of stray kitties that kind of keep our mice population down, so we don't have too much trouble with mice around here, but I could see how putting banana peels out there would attract mice. Here's another torn one. Tea I don't always get them flattened down, and it'll kind of clump up on me. I should be more careful when I do this. While it's still wet, this is all clumpy. I think this is I guess this is a larger one. So I'm going to go thrifting today, see what I can find. I was telling my brother I'd like to go up to Lincoln. I haven't been to Lincoln but one time since I've come back to Nebraska. And I was saying I'd like to go up there and I'd like to go to some different places to go thrifting. And but it's a drive. It takes a couple hours to get up there. And by the time you get there, you're tired. If I left right after I got done here at 7:30, I could get up there by the time the stores open around 9 or 10. But I don't think I will. They've got bookstores up there. We don't have any good bookstores here. And they've got several thrift stores. They're more of a populated area. But I think I'll just go to my regular places. I'm too tired to do all that driving. Now, I said I'd like to go before winter sets in, and he says, you better go then. The winter's coming. And I don't know. I guess I'll just skip it. There's nothing really I want. I just go shopping, go to thrift stores, hit not Joann's, hit Tuesday morning. And we don't have a Tuesday morning. We don't have bookstores. Thrift stores. I guess I'll stay home. Or not stay home, just go up to Grand Island, go to my regular Hobby Lobby. But I've got paper. I've got paints. I did an order for Dick Blick to get the re-inkers and stuff, so I'm kind of fixed there. I hope I'm not boring you guys, because I still got tea bags to open here. Vanessa's going to go into the lurking mode. Okay, Vanessa. I hope that vertigo gets better. Nothing exciting going on here, but I thought I'd do this and kind of chat more with you all than what I usually do. And this needs to get done. And I broke it over here. Broke it on those. I need to go to the library here. And I haven't heard whether Aunt Becca's going to do the stream tonight or not. But if she doesn't stream, if she decides not to stream tonight, I'll probably come on at 7:30. Hi, Arlene. Good morning. if Becky streams, I'll work with her because I like to do her borders. I like to do her dirty dozen. Ooh. But if she's not on by 7:30, I'll come on. I think she's taking her kitty cats to the veterinary this week. I think she's got cats to take care of. There we go. Some of these are really wrinkled up. I'll have to be more careful about how I do these. Isn't this fun to watch? Mary emptying her old tea bags. Oh, so exciting. Mailed postcards and ATCs. And I made that one tag, that Halloween tag, that got mailed. I wanted you to get them before Halloween. I'm all chatted out. You guys know everything in my life. Probably have chatted more about my life than I should. When we went up to the VA yesterday, it's really kind of interesting to see the folks come in. Mostly older folks, after, you know, retired veterans and their spouses or sons or daughter or something. Oh, I can to his appointment. And I go along just to kind of support him so he doesn't have to do all that by himself. And but there's always one talkative veteran. Well, there was another one. It was so cute yesterday. He had a box of candy. And he was walking around, do you want some candy? Do you want some candy? And everybody was saying, no, no, no. He couldn't figure out why nobody wanted his candy. It was so cute. He wanted to share his box of candy. I think by the time those old soldiers get that, they get elder, you know, they're elderly and they've been through a lot. And I've noticed that a lot of them had such a sense of humor. You know, they'd talk and they'd laugh. Some of them knew each other. And, but the talkative one that was in the lounge yesterday, we walked into that lounge. It was completely full. It was completely full. There were not very many chairs. And the talkative guy made two of them scoot down. So we have two empty chairs together in one spot. And then he introduced his wife as Carol. And then he went into his joke about, I had a hard time hearing him at first, but I got the joke. And this joke about, I guess it was some veterans, somebody going to heaven, some guys going to heaven, and they had to have something Christmas, you know, when they got to the pearly gate, and they had to have something Christmas to get in. And, you know, one guy, I guess, found some jingle bells in his pocket, or maybe it was coins that he jingled, and one guy found a card, and it came to this last guy, and he was frantically looking for something. Now, this is not a clean joke. Well, it's a clean joke, but it's not a it's not a kids free joke. Anyway, the last guy was looking for something Christmassy in his pockets to get in past the pearly gates. And he reached in his pocket and he brought out a pair of ladies' panties. And I guess St. Peter looked at him and said, "What does that have to do with Christmas?" He said, "They're carols." I laughed. I probably shouldn't have, but well, his wife's name is Carol. His wife's name is Carol. So he's probably told that joke a million times. His wife just sat there. She didn't say anything. She smiled. She probably put up with him too much. Oh, dear. Anyway, and he looked at me. I kind of, shook my head and grinned and, like, "Oh, brother." And he looked at me and he said, "Didn't you get it?" Yeah, I got it. He was probably one when he was in the service when he was younger. He probably told lots of those types of jokes. But I noticed that the older folks, the older veterans and everything, they've got pretty much of a sense of humor. And you sit there and you watch them go into their different doctor's appointments and stuff like that. And you think about what they went through, the things that they went through. I doubt that there were many World War II veterans, but there are a lot of Vietnam veterans there. My brother was a Vietnam veteran, and he's getting elderly. World War II veterans would have to be in their, 90s? Almost. World War II was in, 43, 42, 43? 80s or 90s. Oh. But everything checked out good, I guess, for my brother. Don't forget to go to the post office. I won't, Anne. I'm really curious. Anne sent me a package and she just had my post office box, but Monday was Columbus Day, and nobody delivered anything to the door. So, and it's kind of weird that what's weird about it is I had to give her my street address because they said they didn't have the right address. So she gave them the right post office box number. And then they took it to the post office anyway, probably because there was nothing. I did check. So I'm going to do that first thing. First thing is go to the post office, and I'll let you know. And thank you so much, Anne. You guys know you're happy mail. You're so good to me. You're so good to me. Camellia says, "Funny joke. Sounds like a musician joke, and we have some of the best. Tell your brother for service. Sometimes can be comical." Yeah. I don't know if I didn't notice if any of them were depressed. I mean, they just seem like, well, out here in central Nebraska, this is not a big VA. Their VA is in Grand Island, which is a town of about 30,000. And I mean, I'm not saying we don't have depressed people, but I didn't see any yesterday. But I think they just have good attitudes. Oh, look at this. This is one of those Is this a smaller tea bag? This one looks like a rat got a hold of it. I mean, it didn't really, but I can save this half of it. No, maybe not. It probably just got really wet and clumpy. I make good collage. I suppose they'd get depressed. Most of the people that we were waiting for were doing x-rays or lab work and stuff like that. Any operations or any serious medical stuff probably gets done at the larger VA or whatever. Look at that. And they were serving sundaes from the kitchen, I guess. They were pushing around a cart of brownie sundaes. I didn't grab one because I knew we were going to go out afterwards. I didn't want to spoil my supper. They didn't have too much trouble passing them out. The kitchen folk, or the social folk, the social, not social media, but the people who do the social stuff. And I was sitting there waiting for him. His last appointment was with his doctor. And that was the longest one. He was in there good, almost a good hour, which I thought was a pretty long appointment because all the others were not that long. And I was reading a Smithsonian magazine. They had a Smithsonian magazine there. I like my Smithsonians. I was reading all about the Titanic. There's an article in there about the Titanic. Of course, I've read a lot of Titanic stories before, so I know all the, I know what it was all about. But was Dorothy Gibson, who was a up-and-coming movie star at that time, I guess all she had on when the ship started to go down was an evening gown and, just evening gown, slippers or shoes, and a light sweater. And there the ship's going down in the Arctic or wherever, hit by an iceberg. And then I knew this story about those two orphan boys that their mother and father were getting a divorce, and I think the father was taking them away from the mother or something like that. And he put the boys on a lifeboat, and he didn't make it, but he saved the boys. And I think the boys grew up. The boys grew up. I mean, they were cute little kids, and their mother eventually got them back. But they're old men. I think one of them's passed away. I don't know if the other one has or not. Probably, because that Titanic happened before World War I, didn't it? I think so. But the lady I think Dorothy Gibson was her name. She had done a lot of work for the studio, hired her to do a lot of work, and she needed a vacation. So they sent her and her mother off on holiday, and she made it to Italy or across the ocean on another ship, and they wanted her to come back, so she was on the Titanic. They sent her back on the Titanic, and she was telling about, she got into a lifeboat, but she was telling about when the boat actually submerged into the water, and how how creepy it was. And she said she heard screaming and that's what that article said. And then they wanted to make a movie of the Titanic, and she starred in it. And she wore the same dress. I don't know if she was the star, but she was in that movie, and she wore the same dress. She wore the same dress that she wore that night, that evening gown. Brr. If I was going to go around the icebergs, I'd be getting me a Eskimo parka or something. Well, probably not. They were on a luxury liner. And then that article was really kind of interesting because it told of people who were scheduled to be on the Titanic, but for one reason or another couldn't make it. And I think the banker, Morgan and Stanley, Morgan, he was one of them. There was an author and some guy who helped start General Electric. I mean, you have to remember this was a luxury liner, so a lot of rich people were on that boat, and a lot of people that narrowly missed. I mean, they missed their boat. I bet they were pretty glad they did too, especially the men. The men would have probably have perished unless they, because it was a lot of the men and boys who stayed on the boat. Let all the children, women and children get saved. That was an interesting article. Hi, Kimberly. Good morning. Aw. Pamelia. Am I pronouncing your name correct, Pamelia? She said it sounds like Camellia, only it's with the P, Pamelia. She says, my mother always said the nicest people come from Nebraska. Well, we're not all nice. We're just a regular state like the other states. We have our share of mean people. She would have loved you, Mary. Oh, maybe not your jokes, however. That wasn't my joke. That was that veteran's joke. That was the veteran's joke. It came from him. I probably shouldn't have retold it, but it wasn't completely dirty. It was kind of cute. What was really cute was him telling it. He was in one of those motorized wheelchairs. He was a talkative one. There's always one that likes to talk. There's always one that likes to talk. And then when there's a crowd full of people, the room was full. There wasn't much space to sit. And I had a bag of Fritos because I didn't eat dinner. And I had a bag of Fritos and a Diet Squirt in my bag. I didn't want to eat my Fritos in front of those people. So when we moved to a different place, there was a different lounge. So I snuck some Fritos. I was getting hungry. I sipped my pop. I sipped on my pop. I didn't mind doing that because. And then there was one older guy. He was sitting next to my brother, and he's sitting there, and they call somebody, and the nurses come in and call the name and for whatever they need to go off to. And he said, he was talking to my brother. He said, I guess I came on the wrong day. And I guess he'd been sitting there for a while, and one of the nurses came in and announced the name, and he said to her, what about me? She said, I don't know. And I guess he eventually got got taken. He said, they all taken. They're not taking me. He was getting worried. He'd been sitting there a long time. What about me? He said. I joined the service. They don't want me. I imagine he had more to do than just sit there in the lounge. He probably had his mind on other things. So that was our trip yesterday to the VA. I have to tell you, though, my brother gets better health care than I do. I don't have any health care. I got Medicare, but I don't need anything. But they take care of him pretty good. He gets his eyeglasses and his hearing aid and all his medications and yearly checkups and anything he needs. He got that captioning phone through the VA. They pretty well take care of him here. Hi, Maria. Listening in while you get ready to go to work. Okay. I was watching your channel the other day, too. You were doing a thrift haul, I think. I need to get out there and watch more channels than I do. I got it. Okay. Your name, Pamelia. Such a pretty name. You think of a flower when you say that, Pamelia. Well, look at the T here. O-T. I'm whittling it down. There's a few left, but not a whole lot. Not as many as when I first started this. I thought I'd try to chat more this morning. I get so wrapped up in... Well, I'll try to get out there more often, Maria, and watch channels. And Kathy's World, too. I've been noticing her live streams. Kathy's World, I've been noticing her live streams. And sometimes I'll go lurk. I don't know if I've lurked in Kathy's because I think I had her confused with Christy. Or I wondered if she was, because I knew Christy was thinking about streaming. I don't know if she's doing it now or not. Yeah. Another one breaking open there. Oh, I'm doing exciting stuff. I do wish I could find a different thrift store to go to around here without having to drive to Lincoln or Omaha. I'd probably get better thrifting in Lincoln, but it's such a long drive. It takes a couple hours to get up there. And to tell you the truth, other than the thrift store, what I would get at and the bookstore, there's no good bookstores around here. You know, when you go to a bookstore, you could order books online. But when you go to a bookstore, it's like going to the library. You want to browse. You want to pick up those books and hold them in your hand. And I think I'm going to have to double bag this tea. Oh, mosquito. He's cruising for death, I'll tell you. He keeps coming into my space here. This one's kind of glued together. I'll bet these were on the bottom. Okay. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. This is all I have left, what's in the bag here. So I did not get a whole lot of art done yesterday. I was able to do the envelope. Ouch. What's going on here? Yeah. Smashed. Some of these are pretty well smished. Got in there. I let them dry out, but some of them are really wet. I try to squeeze as much of the liquid out as I can, but some of them get really wet. This one did. A good collage. This one too. I don't know if I can save this one. I think I'll just throw that one away. These last ones were down at the bottom. They got piled on. They're pretty clumpy. This one's not bad. Now, so I'm going to pick up some Halloween candy today. And I got $10 left on my Home Depot, but I don't know what I want from Home Depot, so I guess I'll just save it for a while. I could go in and see if they have any extra oops paint. I'll have to watch Rosemary and see what her latest Home Depot purchase is. She bought some of that aluminum tape, and I haven't had a chance to do her project. She took a hot glue gun and made a design on a base, on a substrate, with her hot glue, whatever design she made. I think she put hers through one of her iron grates that had a design in it. Put the hot glue gun in between whatever, like you would a stencil. And then she let that dry. I can't remember. She probably picked up the grate and let the glue dry. And then after the glue was dried, she took and covered it with that foil tape. And it really made a nice textured for like mixed media. Embossed, textured area. So I wanted to try that. And I got the tape, but I haven't had a chance to try it. I want to try it. What else is going on here? Arlene said Scottsbluff has good thrift and bookstores, but I think you're further away. Yeah, Scottsbluff is way out on the western part of Nebraska. It'd probably take me 4 or 5 hours to get there. Scottsbluff, we're kind of in South Central, so you have to go through Grand Island and Kearney and North Platte, and I'm not sure about McCook. I think McCook before you get to Scottsbluff. Scottsbluff is right on the border. Well, not right on the border, but bordering Wyoming. I used to go through there when I lived out in Denver, though. I'd take Interstate 80. That was in my younger days. Driving from Nebraska to Denver all by myself. Foolish ladies. Foolish ladies. My mom's side of the family lived out in Colorado. So it wasn't like I didn't have relatives if I needed help or something, but I never really did. I never really did need have much car trouble when I went off on those long trips. Once when I was down in Missouri, though, my water heater wasn't it wasn't on the road, but I had to take my car in to get the water heater replaced. But I guess I was fortunate I didn't have a lot of trouble on the roads. And I didn't even have a cell phone back then. I don't know if I can save this. I think that's the one I was going to throw away. I didn't even have a cell phone then. This is a smaller one. I'm going to throw that one away too. These down at the bottom, I've got enough. Those clumpy ones down at the bottom, I'm not going to even attempt. If I can't get the T out pretty easy. It isn't like I don't have any. I think that mosquito bit me on the back. He said, well, get her where she can't scratch it. Where she can't kill me. We're just about done here. I do think I'll double bag this, though, because I'm getting quite a pile of tea. You're lurking and cleaning your crafty studio. Okay, Vanessa, lurk away. I kind of straightened up in here a little yesterday morning. I was looking for something, and I kind of straightened up, but that won't last long. And that's not cleaning, that's just kind of straightening. It won't happen today because I'm gonna take off this morning. I don't leave the house though until about 10, something like that. There's no sense in getting up there and having to wait for the stores to open. Stores open around 9, I guess. Most of them. I have to go to the bank. I have to go to the post office. I have to pay my phone bill. All of that good stuff. Have to go to the post office first. Yeah. Just a few more left here. Ooh, this is another crunchy one. Will I get anything out of it? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I see. It's cut at the bottom. I'm not going to do that one. Well, I don't know, though. Some of these I'm not going to save if I can't open them easy. That one I cut at the bottom instead of the top. So it would be collage fodder if I saved it. These iced tea bags, though, are nice and big. They're nice and big. I think I'm going to take one of the cleaner ones and collage it down over a photo this morning. Woo. Yeah, winter's on its way. Won't be getting out much when the snow starts falling, so if I want to go and do, I better get out and do. I was looking on the internet for book sales in Nebraska, but they're all in Scottsbluff. They're all too far away. So I guess I'll go to Goodwill and the thrift store. I got enough books. I usually get my books at the thrift store because I usually cut them up anyway. Don't need really anything. I want to go thrifting, I could go right here in my own house. All righty. So let's go ahead and double bag this. Let me reach in and get another double bag. Let me get a double bag here. Oh no! Look what I have. Another plate of them. Oh, I'm not going to bore you guys with this morning. I've got another plate to do. I told you these were all from this summer. I'll save these for off camera. We'll do them off camera. I'm not going to bore you guys. I reached down here to get my other bag, and there they were. Well, I'm getting tired of doing this anyway. Let's double bag this. Just in case. Just in case. All right. They're telling me to save the plates. Let's get out my trimmer. Yeah, I put them, when I dry them, I put them between these paper plates to dry. The plates will help absorb the wetness of the tea. I'll probably have to scrape off my, let's see if I can cut. It's just stained tea, that's all it is. Now, let's see what I have. I got it all over my desk, though. I'll have to clean that up. Let's see, how wide is this? It's not quite 5 inches that way. Let's trim this up a little. This is the straight edge. Well, it is 5 inches. We can get 2.5. Let's trim. Well, I want to make sure I get 2.5 though. We'll make some ATCs out of them. One. This could be collage. I'm not ready to throw these away yet. I'll put them as collage. 2.5. Ooh, that's barely going to make it there. And I think I want this side anyway. 3.5. Looks a little wonky for an ATC, I think, because it's warped. 2.5. I think it's because it's warped. It looks wonky. The tea is all on the sides. That's pretty. I don't know if I can say. There's nothing hardly in the center. I think I'll toss that one. Let's trim this. this one, the tea bag is glued down, so we'll just use it as part of it if I save it. I'm cutting off these paper plate edges. This one's got a plastic coating to it. Of course, that's so your food won't soak in. Oh, dear Mary. Now, let's see. Let's work from this side. 2.5. I think I can save that. 3.5. Did I do 3.5 that way? I did. I want to go 2.5 this way. Kind of wonky ATCs, but they're working. It's working. That one looks too wide. 2.5. Yeah. There we go. 2.5 by 3.5. I think I cut this at 2.5. Did I? Yeah, I might have to trim that a little more. 2.5. Three and a half. I don't know. This one? Yeah, I guess. Isn't this fun to watch? Yeah. Plastic coated. See if I can't get the one that has the tea bag stuck on it. All right. Do I want to go 3.5 this way or this way? I think I want to go 3.5 this way. Kind of warped. Two and a half. Trying to save that little label there. There we go. Now I have my tea bags, all my strings here. I have all the tea bags, a big stack of them, and some ATCs out of that. Some wonky ATCs. So let's save these and save my ATCs off. And I'm going to have to clean off my desk. I can't live with that. Sorry to make the scraping sound here, but I need to clean my desk. Got all this extra tea bag on it. Tea out of the... Ew! Let's get out the wastebasket. I can't back my chair up over the... over the chair mat. You think I get that thing moved, I complain about it so much. I get tired. After I do my stream, I get tired and I go into the other room and the chair mat doesn't get moved. And the chair mat doesn't get moved. Okay, I think I'll get there's a picture in here. There's a picture in these fussy cuts, this one right here. And I think I'm going to collage a tea bag down over it. Because I had started to cut it and then I realized I wanted to save it. So that tea bag will help. This one here. The tea bag will help glue it back together. I didn't completely cut it. So let's glue a tea bag over that. Let's get a piece of waxed paper, maybe. What's going on in chat? Trash to treasure. Hi, Deborah Mayo. Hi, Deborah Mayo. Welcome, welcome. She is the wonderful person who I didn't send a thank you yet. Deborah Mayo sent me a studio in a box. I'll tell you, I'll never forget getting that studio in the box from Deborah Mayo. And she sent me all this Jane Davenport, those Jane Davenport watercolors, Deborah. I still use those. Oh, is this going to cover it up too much? Have you guys ever done this? Tea bags over your photograph? I think I'll put it over a test one first because I don't want to mess up that photo. Let's put one over a test fussy cut here. Let's put one over these flowers. If it's going to be too much. Welcome, Deborah. So nice to have you join us. Anne. Anne got one of those dream boxes. Oh, Anne, that's so cool. You're going to love that. You're going to have to put some photos up on Instagram so that we can see. She got one of those boxes. They're called dream boxes. They're one of those crafting boxes that kind of all folds up and makes its own little craft area. How cool, Anne. Wow. Yeah, Deborah, I'm still using out of that box of studio in a box that she sent me. Studio in a box. We're going to see how this, hopefully this won't be too dark. Get the residual tea off of this. And I should probably do another one too before I dip my brush in the... Let's do another tea bag here before I dip my brush in the water. In the glue. Make sure I get all the tea off of these. I've never done this before, so this is experimental. I think Janet Baum is the one who turned us on to this. She started doing it. She saw it someplace and she started doing this. This may go good. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to do it over on this side of the wax paper. Now, this is magazine paper, so it's going to kind of curl. I think if I get this on here fast enough, maybe it won't. And I'm not using diluted glue. I'm using undiluted glue because I just poured it from the empty of my glue pot was, my gallon of glue was getting toward the empty side, and I just poured out what was on there. It is kind of thick. I might squish some water in there. Use a end of a paintbrush to kind of thin that glue out a little. It's getting a little thick. I usually mix my glue to 3 parts glue, a little less than 1 part of water. Let's just wipe it off on here. Maybe if I dip my brush in water there. Now I'm real curious, so I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. I'm curious to see how this is going to dry. Oh, I'm liking this. Let's pull it up and pour it. I'm beginning to see it here. Let's dry it a little more. Oops. We don't want that to glue down. Let's turn it upside down. Now, let's set this aside and let it dry. I do think I'm going to do the other one. Let's do it over on this side of the wax paper. Alrighty. My glue is a little bit more liquidy now because I added that water to it. You. Yeah, let's hit it with the heat gun. Well, this one really faded out my photo. I don't know if I like that or not. Let's try it on the other side. Flip my wax paper over here. I have a clean surface. You can kind of see her in there. I think she was kind of a faded photo in the first place. Yeah, let's see. I have in here, I'm not sure where I got it, if I have this or if this was sent to me. It'd be kind of neat to collage this down in here. Can you guys see that? Let's try it with the flowers. Ooh, I like the flowers. I could even put it like this and get more of the flowers on it and then trim it off. Oops. Get a hold of it there. And I kind of like it right on that white paper, but that paper's pretty thin. It's going to wrinkle. Hi, Diana. Welcome. So should I use it on the flowers or the lady? This frame. Ooh, if you hold it up to the light. Now, you guys can't see, but if you hold it up to the light, I really see her transparent. Ooh, this might look good collaged down on a white jar, a clear jar. Oh, here. Let's see. Let's see what I have here. I've got this. My paintbrushes. I've got a jar here of paintbrushes. Old paintbrushes. Jar's not exactly clean. It's been sitting out. But then with this, I like her in the jar. I like the tea bags on the jar. I'm not sure I want her. How about the flowers? collage these flowers down. We'll think about her. I've got to think about if I guess I'll put the frame around her. It's frame is just a little bit too small for her, though. A frame almost overpowers her. I think. I might, she might have shown up better if she would have had a white background. I think the background's kind of gray from the old photo. I think if I hold her up to the light, I can really see her good. Like this, you can see her, but it's not exactly clear. So I might put this. This would look pretty in a picture frame with no backing, no, just the glass part. That might look pretty. We'll have to see. I think I'll save her out. Maybe as she dries more, because here's the thing. If I hold her here, I see her as well. But if I turn her over to the side here, I see her a lot better. So it might be the lighting. It might, and you guys might be seeing her better than I do. So I'm going to put her aside. I think what I'm going to do is collage. Ooh, let's get this out of the way. I'll save that for something else. Maybe I'll stop at the dollar store today and get one of those 5x7 photographs, photo frames, and collage her down, that lady down on a photo frame, just the glass part of a photo frame. All right, let's collage this on the jar. Can you guys see that? Yeah, I guess you can. Maybe down a little. I can see it real good. Do I want to do another one though? I think I need a, let's collage this down first. I'm just playing. It's a tea bag and a, whoops, put my brush in the empty jar. It's a tea bag and an old pickle jar. And an old magazine picture. What can it hurt to play? What can it hurt to play? If it doesn't turn out, yeah. Let's see. I think I want it to go this way, though. Right about in there. And I'm not going to put a lid on this. I'm going to put my paintbrushes back in here. So let's just collage this down. Yeah. Yucky on my hands. And then at the dollar store, I'm going to get me some old hand towels too and throw these. Well, I wash them up though, good. But my towels in here are getting pretty painty. I'm just using glue, Elmer's glue to collage with. This is not an expensive project. This was what was at the bottom of a gallon jug of it. And I just dumped it in that bottle, did not dilute it or anything. I diluted it a little this morning. I usually dilute it with water, 3 parts glue and a little less than 1 part of water. That's what I usually use. I kind of like that. And then I'll put my paintbrushes in here when it's all dry. Let's dry it a little. Dry it along the bottom. This would make if you have old glass jars around for Halloween, make a nice Halloween luminary. I suppose you could use plastic, but you'd let plastic bottles But you'd have to let the glue dry naturally. Couldn't use the heat gun on plastic. Okay, let's let that dry. And I'm going to do another. As she dries, she's starting to pop out of here a little bit more, I think. Kind of liking her now. Let's do another one for the back of that jar, though. I think I got another flower or something in here. I've got this lemon wreath. I got to get there. I got a wreath of lemons. I had a bigger flower, and it kept getting in my way, and now I can't find the thing. Here, some larger ones over here. Let's see, what do I have? This one. Let's do that one. Let's save my wreath for another day. I'm just playing this morning. I did not, well, I planned to do the tea bags. I didn't plan on collaging around my paintbrush jar. All right, we need a tea bag. I get a larger one here. One that's fairly clean. And just about fits. Well, I might have to clip a little off there. Let's go ahead and collage it down. And glue is kind of thick this morning. I did not put too much water in it. It's a kind of a thick glue. This one has pumpkins on it. That's a pumpkin. And a gourd here. This must have been a October issue or maybe a September issue. Come on. Straighten up without sticking to my fingers. Well, let's just put it down here. Cover as much as I can. I think I'll put it this way, though. Yeah. Oh, it looks better with the colored photograph, too. So the colored pictures look nice under it. I was using black and white. I was thinking black and white photos. Ooh, I like this. This one's pretty. Shall I zoom in one so you guys can see? What did I do with my heat gun? Where'd my heat gun run off to? Yeah, it's on the floor here someplace. Oh, I set it over here. dry it on the back side. Yeah. And my wax paper is gluey. Let's fold it in forth. There. I like this one. I like the color showing through here. So let's do the other side of the jar. I'm going to cover up too many of those flowers over there. And I might tear this. Or cut it. No, I think I'll tear it. Tear. Maybe right in there. And it comes around this way. And that just fits. It's kind of crooked there, though. Can I straighten this out? Straighten it this way. I think I glued it down a little wonky. Oh, I see. It's sitting on a... I'm going to tear it so I can straighten it out. I'll collage it down. Save those I might want to collage with. Let's glue this up in here. It has to go a little straighter. That bowl needs to be straight. Like that. Okay. Ew. Yuri's getting wild with the glue. Let's put our pumpkin on here. I don't know if he's going to show up too good or not, but we're going to put him on there. Kind of clumpy in there. Oh, well. It's just an experiment. Now let's dry it. Rolling away on me. I think they show up more once it's nice and dry. I'm noticing these flowers over on this side are showing up better. I'm thinking, though, it might be nice just to collage something like, I got something like this on it that says simplify. Maybe right down in here. Or over here, maybe. Simplify. What else do I have? I could put my wreath of lemons on it. Get it out again. Wreath of lemons on it? I don't know. Almost too big. Let's see what I have in here. These are all my fussy cuts from the last couple weeks. This is kind of cool. Girlfriends, a powerful sisterhood. Might go right in here. That might be nice. We'll save that out. I'll throw that away. Christmas. Here's a flower. I was going to do that for Halloween. I'm going to save that out. Ooh, I like her. Some of these vintage ladies might look good on it. Let's see. Ooh, here's another one. This would look nice. This is kind of big, though. I like the smaller one. These are the fussy cuts that I was doing this week. I got a Popeye, Hotel Bennett, some Crocs, some dogs, some old photos. These are for my shadow boxes. Butterfly. Ooh, this is nice. It's too big, though. Those come out of those Mary Jane magazines. Oh, got a dog. I'm looking for pretty girls, pretty ladies. Flowers would look nice on it. Kind of overpowers the flowers I have on there. Got a black and white lady. And I like that one. Now bicycle. excuse me, a lemon clock. Some oil paintings. Sometimes I forget what I cut. I think these are words. Americans. Spools. I guess I'm going to have to get out my Mary Janes and cut some more pretty ladies. I'm looking for pretty ladies. I'm not seeing them in here. Lots of dishes. Some granny dolls. Recipes. Chandelier. Well, oh, I got another handful here. Old picture, grandfather clock. See, I didn't doing a lot of fussy cutting. A lot of fussy cutting. I could put, this says, live well, laugh often, love much. Dishes. Well, I might have what I need. I'm going to let this dry a little anyway. Let's start putting these back in here. She's too big. In with the old. My grandfather clock. That in separately. Fun just to get them out after you fussy cut. Oh, look, my glue stick was on there. Put that back in the water. It's fun to get them out and just look at them. It's always fun to put them back, too. I usually get them in there. Sometimes if you just take a handful and... Oops. Where'd you go fly off to? My coffee pot, my teapot was flying away. What did that say? Oh, that's a Christmas one. There's no way I'm going to sit and sort all these out. I have to tell you that. I'll go through and hunt what I want. There's no way I'm going to sort all this out. Too much. Too much. Here's another family celebrate traditions. I got some more that I need to, I rough cut them. I need to fussy cut them. I usually do that while I'm watching TV. My brother turns that Price is Right TV on at 10 o'clock in the mornings, and it's really loud. And I can't do, I think I'll keep that simplify out. I can't do much. So I'll sit and fussy cut, or I'll knit or something. There we go. They're all back in the bag now. Except for, well, that's just a collage. So let's put something on there. Let's figure out what I want to put on it. Something in here. I want to leave that pretty good. It's here where it gets a little clumpy. Maybe this lady. But I think I'll rough cut it, tear around here, tear her out a little, so she'll fit on there better without looking like she's slapped on there. Be down a little like that. Yeah. You don't want to see behind my chair. You don't want to see it. It's a mess behind there. I have to get out another towel because I put that glue thing in the water. I wasn't quite done with it, but it was getting in my... All right, we're going to glue her on. Maybe right in here someplace. Right in there, I think. Right up in here. This jar will hold paintbrushes. And I kind of like these gals. I don't know if I want to rip them up. Get her collage down there good. I got this guy. I got this bell. I got these flowers. These flowers might look good around her. Maybe over in there, maybe. Almost too overpowering. I'm in the zone till I get this done. I don't want to mess that up. Right in there, I think. Down in there. Oh, it went over the cliff. Yeah, I have to dig it out. I have to dig that out. Yeah. And my chair's caught. such is life. Let's clean it off. I got it. Honestly. Yuck. So I do, and I was going to glue this down a little better. That paintbrush just flew right out of my hands. Something in there. Kind of like this gal. Get hands. Tacky glue all over them. Yuck. Gotta get that glue off of them. She's actually sitting on an old tree stump here. That right in there, I think. What can I hurt? It's an old pickle jar, old magazines, and old used tea bags. What can I hurt? Now, I think the Simplify. I think I'll put it here, maybe. Because these, well, no. Down there. Maybe it's too big. Maybe I'll put it right up here. Maybe that right in there. So I can still have some, that's a black flower in there. I put it in there, but that'll cover this up. If I put it here, it'll cover up all those flowers. Could put it down in there. I think I like it there the best. That's where I'm going to put it. And of course, this is magazine paper, so it's going to wrinkle on here because it's not, you know, a napkin will wrinkle, but the napkin will probably, you can fit it in, and the tea bag, you can fit it in better. Let's see. These are scraps. These are scraps. I got this Writing Academy. Miss Tibbetts Writing Academy. I think I'll put that right. Ooh, right in there. Right in there. She's reading, but it's going to be, she could be writing. She could be writing in her journal. The little girl. She thinks she's really reading, but I'll put it down in there. I don't want to get too much more on here. I think I'll save the others. These are all scraps. Okay, I'm ready to move on. What time is it getting to be? Almost 7 o'clock, 10 till 7. I can still do something more this morning. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know. Let's throw these away. Yeah, this is starting to wrinkle. I don't know if I can flatten that out much more. We'll see. I'll just let that dry, see what happens. Okay, let's put the glue pot away. If I can't clean this up a little. I've learned the best way to clean the rims of these glue jars, though, is with a heat gun. It melts it right off. You heat it and it pulls right off. But I'm not going to do that this morning. Alrighty. So let's put my paintbrushes back in there. Some of these paintbrushes are old. This is one I got. I was going to paint canvas with it. I need to sort these out. These are old ones. Crafty ones. None of these are expensive, believe me. Where'd that one go off to? Here it is. All right. I'll buy those Master's Touch brushes when they go on sale at Hobby Lobby. So there is my paintbrushes jar. I need to let it dry. Kind of like it. I might do a couple of the others. Tea bag over magazine images there. Where am I going to set it? Over here. Set it there for now. Okay. Oops. There's something else I want to do this morning. Let's put these fussy cuts away here. And, let's do one more wipe off here. My table. I'd wet this down, then wipe it off this way, but I don't want to get it all yucky in front of you. It's already yucky. All right, let's get out a sheet of that black paper. Yeah, come on. Come on. This is, got this at Dick Blick. I made that order the other day. This is Richardson Black art paper, 12 by 18, two-sided, great for gel and glitter pens, metallic paints, pens, pastels, fluorescent chalk markers. But what I want to try, and I don't know if it'll work or not. Let's see. Hold the phone. I put it up here. These are 3 5/8 by 16 1/2. So I'm going to make it 3 5/8 by 6 1/2. 3 5/8 is just a little bit over 3 1/2. I'm going to make it 3 1/4 by 6 1/2. My envelope. And let's see what size. I think I got an envelope generator here. An app. We'll see. Yeah, it's settings. Sketchbox, art flow, box envelope, calculator. Start, dimensions. We want to do a flat card. Envelope will be very snug. A card with padded label. Yeah. So the length, I think I said was 6 1/2. 6.5 by 0.5 by, and I think I'm going to put in 3.75. And results would be 8 1/2 square. Punch point is 3 1/4. If I can remember that. Get rid of my settings. Let's see what you guys are saying to me. I've been in my own world. Hi, Mina. Hi, Barb. 10 to 14 days with no power. Oh, my goodness. That is awful. Ray says, I do that to my glass candle holders, Mina. So pretty. Rice paper is great. Over. Hi, Mina. Day 5 with no power. Hydro lines are broken off for miles. Oh, Barb. Hi, Suzanne. Good morning. Mina says, I cut pieces from colored tissue for my brush jar. It is so pretty where the colors overlap. They make different colors. Yes, that is a cool. I just thought I would. That's Teabag, Mina. That was Teabag over the magazine image. So it isn't going to be. The Teabag would probably be transparent, but I collaged it over a magazine image. So it's not going to be totally transparent. Hi, Journey. Good morning. Day 50 with no power. I don't know how you do that, Barb. Ray is here. Mina's here. She's making herself a cup of tea. You guys didn't miss much this morning. I cleaned out a whole bunch of old tea bags, and I'm not done yet. Okay, I think I said 8 1/2, and the punch point is 3 1/4. So let's go ahead and cut an 8 1/2 square. Now this is 12 by 18. 8 1/2 and 18 1/2 is 17. So I could almost cut 2 of these. 8 1/2 square. 8 1/2. Well, we'll cut it this way first. 8 1/2. I want to see what kind of envelope this will make. It'll be a strong one. There's 8 1/2. I could get 2 more out of that, I think. I could probably get 4 envelopes out of one sheet, I think. Let's see, this way, maybe not. No, I can only get 2. 8 1/2 is here. 8 1/2 and 8 1/2 is 17. How come that's not? It said 18. How? This is, oh, it's only 12 inches. It's 12. I was thinking 18. All right, that's okay. 8.5. We're all right with it. We're all right with it. Let's see how this works. I'm not sure how this is going to work. We'll see. There's 8.5, and I can use this for ATC or tag or something. So I can get 2 envelopes. Let's go ahead and cut this other one. Let's go ahead and cut this other one just so I'll have it. 8.5. These will make tags or ATCs or something here by 8.5. Now I get a lot of these. They're starting to pile up on me. I scribbled on that one. All right. So I think I can put this away. And I want to get my envelope board out of here. What did I do with that? Excuse me while I switch around here. It's on the floor behind me. I knocked it off on the floor. I got a little stack of stuff over here. Yeah. Let me check my punch point again here. 3 1/4. Dad is 91. He's kind of used to that, so just following his lead, Barb says. Wise elders, Barb. Looks like the good old days. She misses her internet. She's stealing a little power this morning. Aw, thank you, Barb. Thanks for coming in and chatting with us. Wood heat and generator. Gas for the generator is crazy. I'll bet it is. I'll bet it is. 10 to 14 days with no power. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right. So 3 1/4 is my punch point. So you measure 3 1/4 here. So there's 3 1/4. Annie V gave this envelope board to me, this envelope punch thing. Thank you, Annie V. So you punch it. Uh-oh. Is it going to punch? Oh, will it punch this paper? Did it punch it? The paper's kind of strong. It's a nice firm paper. It punched it, but it had a hard time. Let's put that back in there at 3 1/4, and you score it. Let me get the score. So I know this paper is thick. So I don't even know if it's going to, yeah, I guess it's scoring. You do a score line. And then you turn it, you put this little notch on the score line. And punches, but it's, oops, I needed to score it. Put it back on the score line there. One thing, it scores nice. Put it here. at 3 1/4 again. I might have to punch some aluminum foil under this after doing this. Oops, I keep forgetting to score. Score lines there, I think. It scores nice. We'll only do one. We'll see how this one works. And then I scored again in here. All right, let's see. Looks pretty good. All right, then you fold it and score. I should probably put a blue paper underneath of that so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hard to get out. Oh, with one hand. It's nice thick paper. This one goes just a teeny bit over. Let's cut it at just a teeny bit of an angle, maybe. What I do with my Did I put that white pen in here? Yeah, I did. Did I? I took these pens with me yesterday. I thought I might have time to draw, but I don't see where I put my white pen in there. Is that it? No, that's a water brush. I don't know what I did with my white pen. Is that it? No. Yeah. There it is. Oh, and I have to show you. I have to show you what I did. I don't know what I did with it. Oh, where did I put it? Did I put it back inside my journal? I might have. I'll show you after I do this, if I remember. Let's finish what I'm doing here. Then you figured out I'm doing an envelope. So we want to cut this. And I'm just going to cut it by hand. No, I think I'll trim it. Yeah. I think I'll trim it. It trims way down here. Right in there. So let's cut it. Right about there. Did I nick it? where I did that at. Right there. Hope that's straight. That's pretty good. All right. Got a black scrappy there. All right. Let's get out some of that double-sided tape. I'm always digging for stuff. Now, I think I'll put my tape on this edge. Let's trim that a little more. I like to angle it a little bit more than they do. And we'll put some on here for the flap. Which I won't take off until I'm ready to mail it. There we go. It's a nice sturdy envelope. All right, and that will go like that. So, what time do we have? 7:11. I'm going to have to do some fast pen art here. All right. Let's do a come on. How far behind am I here? I'm behind in my own stream. Come on. There we go. Oops, now I'm back doing tea bag art. What am I doing here? Yeah, I'm going to have to refresh. There we go. Well, Teresa, I guess it could be counted as an Inktober envelope, couldn't it? I was thinking I might give it away this morning if I could just do a quick, simple design here. But I don't have much time, so maybe I'll give it away tomorrow morning. I don't want to every time I rush, I goof up stuff. And I want to do the back too, so let's just plan on giving it away tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll do the other one later today. Have a giveaway tomorrow morning. Let's do that on all 4 corners. Let's just play. Let's just doodle this morning. I'm loving these white pens. I used quite a bit of ink out of it yesterday, but I can still see the level comes right about up to here, I think. Unless I'm getting fooled by a paint line in there. Maybe it's down a little lower. It might be down to there. But these pens are fun to work with. I have to tell you, they are nice to work with. Uniball White Signal broad point pens. And I'm just kind of doing little round scribbles. Just kind of moving my pen around. And then I'm putting in those dots for the picots. Let's see, I did one that way, and then I brought it out and came in this way. And go back over here. Yeah. And then I think no, I didn't. All white ink tends to soak into the paper just a little, but this is the brightest white pen that, yeah, I want a little fancier. Fancy dancy. I have to watch my time. Dee Dee comes on today. We'll do a giveaway tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll do that other black envelope, and give them both away tomorrow. I'm loving this black paper, though. This is nice paper. I got it at Dick Blick when I ordered these signal pens. I really went to Dick Blick to order re-inkers. I needed some re-inkers for my ink pads. Let's see. Across this way. I put some in here. Is what I did. No, I didn't. Well, I did there. I did one across this way. And then, that's what I did. I put 2 double or triple crochets there. Now you can do this same thing with a white marker or with I like to use craft paint in my fine line paint applicator. And I like that because it's paint, and it doesn't soak in quite as much as the ink does into the paper. Now let's go out this way. That way, and let's put some dots on here. So I didn't get an ATC made. Well, I cut those ATCs. We'll have to use those paper plate ATCs. Maybe I'll work on that tomorrow too. This is just fun. I like to play. I get tired of doing the same thing all the time. I got it comes out this way. So I'm doing a thrift today. I don't know what I'll get. We'll see what's there. I'm going thrifting. I have to go run all my errands. I'm stopping at the post office. Anne said she sent me some happy mail. She messaged me on Monday, but the post office wasn't open on Monday, and I think those guys will take it to the post office. So thank you, Anne, in advance. Can't wait to see what she is sending me. Bless her heart. You guys that send me happy mail, you're just so generous, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. That one's bigger. Oh, you know what I did? I was working on this one, but that one's still bigger. Let's make this a little larger. This one is small. Maybe I'll put another loop in here just to kind of make it fit the others. I'll come back to it. I was comparing sizes of the corners. I'm nearly not paying attention to what I'm doing here. I'm just doodling, white doodling with a white ink on a black envelope. But you know what might be fun to do? Maybe I'll try that yet before I leave here. Let's do this first. We'll try it on a piece of scratch paper before I do it on the envelope. Let's see. Let's set this aside. We'll finish it up tomorrow. Have a giveaway. Boy, this point comes way down. I could blunt that point off, but it'd be nice to put something in there, wouldn't it? All right. We're going to save this off to the side. Let me doodle on one of these scrap pieces here. Maybe this one. I've already doodled on it. Let's just make a doodle here. This doesn't mean anything. I'm just putting some white ink down on my paper. All right, that's good. Now, put the cap back on this. Let's grab yeah. I'm looking. I guess this orange one. Let's see how that will look across there. Oh, that's kind of pretty, isn't it? Orange across that white ink. And kind of wants to soak into it. So you could do something like just do it along the inside and kind of make it, let the white be the highlight. Do it on the underside, I guess. Do it on the underside ones here. And let the top ones show through. This is an experiment. Now let's put some dots on here. We got to have dots. Got to have our dots, our little loopy picots. And they don't stop just because they're on the underside. We'll color those, we'll shade those in. I kind of like that. Now let's go back and shade these in. Might have to wait a little for that ink to dry before you color it. It kind of smooshes it out a little. This one went over, but it's still the underside there. All right. There we go. That was kind of fun to do. All right. So I made an envelope, did some doodling, worked on my paintbrush jar here. I'm kind of happy with this. This one's not, it's not dry here. It's drier over here. It's got a lady over there. This is tea bag here, but I have to tell you, it's not just tea bag on glass. It's tea bag on a magazine image, which I collaged on the glass. So this is not going to be completely transparent because there's magazine image under here. But I'm really happy with this. So I did this. I did this. Let's zoom out a little. Doop, 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 doop. One more. And I emptied a whole bunch of tea bags here. And I got a bunch more to do. Oh, here's the lady here. I don't know how well you can see her. I see her better when I hold her off to the side. When I hold her like this and hold her away, like away from my arm, she shows up a lot better. But when I hold her flat here, I don't see her as well when I just hold her this way. Maybe you guys are seeing her better than me. So I did that. And yesterday, I have to have a giveaway for these too. This is my day 15 envelope art for Inktober. And this is day 14. I'm getting back into Inktober. So I'll be giving away an envelope too. I don't know. I might hold these for Friday night and have the giveaway for these envelopes tomorrow morning. So that's kind of where I'm at on things. Let's set it up for a thumbnail. I'll put these over here, I think. I'll leave it just like that. All right. So I think Dee Dee's probably getting ready to go on in 2 minutes. Thank you all for coming. I tried to chat. I chatted more at the beginning of the stream. You see ballet stamps in the future? Oh, ballet stamps. Those would be fun to do, wouldn't they? I'd have to use a different carving material because they're pretty wide. I don't think I could put those on a Pentel eraser. I could maybe put where, a standing one, where she's standing and has her arms above her head. I could do that. In fact, I think there's one of the poses here that does that. So, I have one more thing, but I'll show it tomorrow because Dee Dee's going to be on any minute here. So, thank you all for peeking in. I have errands to run today. So I'm going to get my tea out of the picture here. I guess I'll set it over here. So have a great day, everybody. Go out and make some art. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Bye for now. Let's see, today's Wednesday. I'll probably stream tomorrow morning. Yeah, happy thrifting. I'd like to go to a different thrift store. I might there's another town. It's a little bit further away. It's between here and Lincoln, but it's got a Goodwill. I might hit that and see if there are any thrift stores up in that area too. I might do a side trip today. I can't find those big erasers at my Dollar Tree, Suzanne. Those large erasers, those big erasers. They're not at my Dollar Tree. Thank you. Hi, Violet. Good morning, Violet. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Go watch Dee Dee. Bye.